What drives me every time is different. Sometimes it's just enough for people to feel heard.
No food, no water, nothing.
Nima Elbagir has spent her life and risked her life giving voice to the vulnerable and shedding light on some of the darkest, most dangerous corners of the planet. Storytelling is in her blood.
I'm a journalist because my father is a journalist, both my grandfathers were journalists, my mother's a publisher, and I grew up in a household that believed that being a journalist was an extraordinary thing. For the mothers of these girls,
Elbagir's quest for the truth has often led her to stories that reveal the quiet suffering of women and children.
Ahmed wants the doctor to tell us he didn't cry when he was brought in bleeding from his stomach.
And the worst in human nature.
What happens? The women are abused on the trip?
In Libya.
Taking me aside, Awardee repeats again, condoms. Don't struggle if you're raped, and ultimately, trust in God. We're now in Tripoli.
In the fall of 2017, Elbagir and her team worked undercover in Libya to investigate reports of African migrants being sold at slave auctions.
We're ushered into one of two auctions. One by one, men are brought out as the bidding begins. 400. 500.
Their hidden cameras were rolling as a dozen men were peddled to Libyan merchants, farmers, and builders for as little as $400.
Very quickly, it's over. It's hard to believe that these are the lucky ones, rescued from warehouses like the one in which we witnessed the auction. It was so heartbreaking to see people who felt that they had almost fallen off the face of the earth.
I was sold.
And that they no longer mattered.
Her bold reporting led to unprecedented UN sanctions against migrant traffickers in Libya.
9 years.
In the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Elbagir followed the supply chain of the cobalt trade, where she exposed the plight of child laborers toiling under hazardous conditions.
In these rooms is where the girls were sleeping.
Elbagir was the first international journalist to report from Chibok, the remote Nigerian village so dangerous even the army feared to go there. She told the story of more than 250 schoolgirls kidnapped by the terrorist group Boko Haram.
He said, okay, we enter this lorry.
And tracked down one who managed to escape.
A big lorry.
Are you more scared of Ebola or are you more scared of the hunger?
When the deadly Ebola outbreak ravaged West Africa, Elbagir headed straight to the epicenter. Inside Liberia's quarantine zone, at immense personal risk, she documented the toll. With uncommon courage, Elbagir has brought the outside world inside nearly every major conflict.
Let's go!
Broadening our view of humanity along the way.
The moments when you actually do your job properly and you allow people to see the humanity in people in a diametrically opposed situation on the other side of the world, I think that's pretty amazing.